You know I don't like copycats.
Now, this is going to be a sick transition one way or another. Now, do you want to get into the BBL topic now? Because my topic after might be hilarious, the transition. I'm not going to tell you.
We could just let me BBL one real quick then.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, last episode we said we was going to talk about this, so we pushed it back to this one.
Was that last episode?
I think it was.
I feel like that was so long ago.
Right? It does feel like so long ago.
I feel like that was weeks ago, but
you know what? It probably could be filmed on Saturday.
I don't know.
It does feel like so long ago. Like that was our super long episode, yeah. Because that's when we had all those clips. That was last week. Yeah, right? I was thinking that too. I'm like, that was like 2 weeks ago. Nope, that was last week.
Go ahead, get it on.
But yeah, I wanted to bring up this topic because I saw a YouTube video by Queen Chiyama. And I saw the tweets in like real time when they were happening. And the Shade Room post. But basically, it all started because there was a tweet that went viral of somebody saying that they like that Ruby Rose's body is natural. And then everybody I need to tweet were like, no, she's not natural. She had surgery. She got natural. Like it was like a sculpture BBL, which is basically when they like, it's like a skinny BBL. Like skinny girls were too skinny for BBLs because they have to take the fat from your stomach. If you don't have no fat, or sometimes they take it from your arms. If you don't have no fat, where are they going to take it from? So there's a thing called sculpture, which is like non-invasive. And it's like, I think it's some type of injection that they do like, as a BBL. So they were all trying to say she got that, and they swore. They saw her posting on Instagram that she got it, and that she posted her doctor. And I was like, no, she didn't get BBL. And then like, so I guess she must saw those tweets, right? Because then Ruby tweeted, she was like, stop trying to put surgery on me. Like I never got a BBL. Like I never got veneers, nothing. Like everything about me is 100% natural. And she was just like, stop putting that on me. Like I'm not against it, but blah, blah, stop putting it on me. So then I got posted on the Shade Room. So, that just blew up. So then that Queen Chiyama girl made a video about it. And she was saying that there's like an issue with society now that so many people, like because of BBL became so widespread and that people are brainwashed that they think that natural bodies are BBLs. Like now they think everything's a BBL. And like they're so quick to just throw that on somebody. It's like, are you brainwashed or are you a hater, But I just feel like that is an issue. And it's like, I didn't think it's partial brainwashing, but that's just so sad that now we live in a world where you see a body where clearly the BBL inspiration came from and you're trying to put that on somebody. Like I feel like that's so crazy that you see somebody with a nice body and you're like, oh, they had to have something done. They had to have a BBL, something. It's like, no, maybe that's how she was born. Genetics. People are naturally have genetics. And somebody like Ruby, like you could just tell that's not a BBL. Her butt's not even that big. And she had literally the same exact shape her whole life. Like she's been viral since she was like 14, 15 years old. She has the same exact shape. You could just tell she gained weight. It's literally the same exact body shape she's always had. People are such haters.
Yeah, it's definitely the brainwashing thing. And it's so crazy. It's so crazy that happened because literally like if you take somebody with a nice body and add followers to it, it equals BBL. Like
yeah.
That's the formula now.
Literally.
Which is not true.
And people forget that we all like gain weight, especially when you're in your 20s. Like compared to how I look when we first met. Like it's not like I gained that much weight, but I am a little more curvy. Like I've gained weight in different places. Like I don't look the same that I looked when I was 15, 16 years old. I'm like, Ruby is what, 24? I'm like, she's still gaining like that womanly weight that we gain. People gain weight. People's metabolism slows down. But she literally has the same exact body. Like I don't get where people, like how you look at somebody like her and just accuse surgery just because it's so hard to believe that somebody just looks like that naturally. Like even the fact that I got accused of that twice, it's crazy. Like that girl in YouTube comments that said that was obvious I have a BBL. And then my wax lady was asking, remember I told you that story? She was like, oh, did you eat the lipo and the BBL? I was like, what? Because like that was like the one time I wore like leggings and like a crop top. So like, she saw my body shape. I was like, what?
You look like a bug.
And I get it because I have skinny legs. But it's like, dang, that's just genetics. Like some of us just look like that.
I'm joking, guys. She doesn't look like a bug.
No, but I do have long, skinny legs. And then my butt just kind of does pop out. Like
it's just the calves.
A little. And my thighs a little bit. My thighs are not like meaty and big.
Yeah, you got to work out.
And then even when I do work out, like that's just naturally how I'm shaped. Like I've always had like a butt, always. Like it's not, my butt's not huge. It's not even big. I wouldn't even say it's big, but it's shapely and it just pops out. And I ran track, so it's like I've always just had that. And the fact that I got accused of that twice, I'm like, this world is brainwashed. That somebody skinny like me who wanted to gain weight my whole life, I never would have thought people would have asked me if I got lipo and a BBL. Lipo? My waist has always been small. Like I would never.
Yeah, it's definitely brainwashing. Like, and it's so unfortunate too because I think there's like a whole iceberg of like the BBL culture. Yeah. Like, and I would love to break it down one day because it's so crazy, but I do blame a lot of that
Women.
on Nikki.
Yeah, and we said that last episode.
Yeah.
Nikki literally created
the IG model.
It's
like as we know it today. And this is not
and Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that that's her fault. Like, well, I'm saying it is her fault, but not like purposefully. Like, she didn't go out and say I'm gonna destroy the minds of young women. But
she did it for herself, and it became.
And even that was due to something else. Like, there's a whole trickle down effect of it. But it's really unfortunate because that was the blueprint for the way that a lot of women look today.
Black China.
A lot of the reason, like, Nikki got to get some like.
Black China too, right? It was Black China. Mm-hmm. Do you think the big three was Nikki, Black China, and
Kim Kardashian? The big three is crazy.
Yeah, the big three. Nikki, Black China, and Kim Kardashian.
The BBL 3.
And then with Kim Kardashian, that was like the white audience. So, the white woman wanted to get, curvy.
Yeah, I think Nikki, all of them, they need to get some cutbacks from Retro and Planet Fitness and Crunch. They need to get some dividends because I know for a fact that's the reason.
Directly link it.
Oh my God, it's probably billions of dollars that they generated. Girls in the gym only do leg workouts, don't do anything else.
No arms, no chest, no back.
No, nothing. And I know there's gym rats that do those things. Yeah. We're not talking about y'all.
And there's girls that do that, but every day. Like, first of all, you should never work out that same muscle group every day. Like, are you dumb?
You know how many...
Sorry, but sometimes it's just like, do research. Like, you just go into the gym off of videos you saw on TikTok and like have no plan.
Bro,
you should only do your legs and butt like at minimum 2 times, at maximum 3.
Now, I'm not a creep, right? But when I'm in the gym, I spend a significant amount of time running on the treadmill. Well, it's not significant. It takes me
30 minutes.
Yeah, I run 4 miles a day, guys, for you guys that don't know. So when I'm on the treadmill, that gives you a pretty decent sample size of, people might be there max an hour, whatever. So if I'm there, like, I could pretty much see a lot of workouts that people did just by sitting there stagnant. People are moving around me. It's so crazy when you look at the workouts. Like, I've seen it's so bad. It's
bad. Like, I'm a very observant too, and like there's usually 3 groups of girls you see. You see the girls that are in there either by themselves or with their friends that they don't know what they're doing at all. They're jumping on every machine that they see on TikTok, YouTube. They'll be doing. All you see is what's the thing? The hip abduction. Bro, they be on that machine for hours. I'm like, can I get on, please? I'm just doing 3 sets.
Bro, I'll see people on the hip abductors doing a 96 rep set, and then
though sometimes people do say hip abduction you should do to failure. A lot of people, that's a closing workout. Like, that's the last workout they do.
Yeah, but you can't be doing it to failure on 10 pounds.
Yeah. And then you see them go from that to like doing bicep curls.
No, like, bro, I saw them go do that. And then, I mean, the calf raise machine isn't that crazy. You should work your calves, but it's like, I just know there's no purpose in it.
Yeah.
There's no.
That's the one group. Then you have the second group who's kind of like, the people they know what they're doing, but they're kind of still kind of like all over the place. Like, you see like I was saying, like they'll be doing arms and leg day the same day. And then kind of that group is still like, people who kind of know what they're doing. And then the third group is obviously the people who really know what they're doing. And then on the top half of that group is like, you see the girls are really like, they in there. They be lifting super heavy. Like, they know what they're doing. I've put myself in the category between 2 and 3. Like, I know what I'm doing, but I'm not like super buff. Like, I usually max been in the gym consistently for 6 months. So I never got to that point where I'm like an expert, but
yeah,
that's the 3 groups you see. And it's just like, what is going on? And like you said, you see that 360 view from the treadmill.
Yeah, I'm sitting on the treadmill like, yo, y'all are nuts in here. But
and then they be on those stair climbers, Stairmaster.
Because I know nobody cared about any of that stuff like back in the day. There was no hip abducting machine.
It was Pilates. It was spin classes. Yeah.
But people it's unfortunate, right? Like, that's one of those things. We had a conversation, I'm sure, at some point where I'm like, damn, it kind of sucks to be a woman because there's so many. I think women just shouldn't care, but there's so many things where there's more judgment of them. Like, imagine me being, because women could be, like, we had this conversation all the time where women on their lower half or even their upper half, really any part of their body really genetically can look thicker and desirable without even going to the gym. Like, you could be thick and not go to the gym.
Yeah, this is one girl literally who like has like the perfect hourglass like body I've ever seen in my life, and she's like, I don't work out. This is how I'm born. I'm like, how? It's not fair. Yeah. Like, literally, her waist is naturally small. She eats a lot. It just doesn't grow, and she's like literally like has like hips. And I'm like, how?
And you take somebody like that where it's just.
And she's actually insecure about it. She hates it because she says she gets creeped out by it. She literally wears like oversized stuff all the time. Meanwhile, somebody else who you know had different mindset would be flexing it everywhere. Yeah, it's
probably
crazy.
be a model somewhere.
Yeah,
but it's just unfortunate the stuff that women have to deal with, especially if it's something where it's like natural. Like if you got a bad job and people are clowning you, I can't feel bad for you. But if that's just your natural body, and then people are having these different, you know, predisposed thoughts due to just the way everybody's brainwashed, like now instantly, if you have a certain body type, then now you're a thought.
Yeah, like just naturally.
God forbid you have followers and that body.
Yeah.
And you look pretty. Everybody's beautiful, but you know, based on public whatever, fuck it. Now people are gonna view you a certain way. So
yeah, but that's the thing, is that you just can't care. That's what we said at the end of that. Like you just can't care.
Yeah, that's why we were having a conversation about the sports thing, where it's like people are gonna do that heckling shit all day long, but at the end of the day, most people, if you look at, and not that money equates to everything, but money to me does equate to some sort of happiness, because I think people are typically miserable because of their financial situation and because of and that ends up being where they live, the type of food they can eat. Like typically the jobs that pay lower wages are more miserable types of jobs. Like the more money you make, I think the less you actually end up working. So for me, and you look at the statistics in America of salary, wage, all that kind of stuff. If you just look at the statistics, run it against all the people on Instagram, and if you look at the global statistics, I study economics, y'all. I'm about to get my MBA, so I'll pop my shit every once in a while with what I know. But globally, if you look at the money, it's not a lot of money. It's like really disproportionate in terms of people that have money and people that don't. Like it's like very insane the differences. So long story short, most of the people statistically that are making these comments on Instagram are probably just miserable in general. So
you had to realize that
somebody like Ruby, I don't know what her financial situation to be, so I can't really comment on that. But I would think that she's having fun. I think that she's probably working on making music, and she's probably cool. She's probably fine financially, and I'm sure her family has her health. I just randomly got on TikTok earlier today and saw that she had a sister, which I've never knew.
Yeah, she has two of them.
But they seem to be happy, so that to me means that's the only thing that matters. And so any negative comments, you know, even negative comments we get on this channel, it doesn't matter anything to me.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's like I wake up, my bank account is flourishing, my 401k is growing, my car is shining outside the window. I can see Hudson Yards from my house. I'm chilling, making good money. Just got my bonus. Part of planning a trip.
And you see, like, I don't know if we still have in our description my Twitter, but guys, I deleted my Twitter. Like, I'm done with, you know, pretty much done with social media.
Is getting really boring. A lot. It's like a great transit. Let's think of a word. The great like awakening. The great awakening.
For sure.
Especially with Instagram. Like I keep seeing every day people are like, Instagram's boring. It's so boring. I'm starting to hate it. I'm like, wow, look at everybody seeing the light. Like I don't even be on Instagram at all. Like I try to make sure I go on when I know it's somebody's birthday, so I can at least just still show love. But other than that, those pictures that we took weeks ago in Soho, I haven't even posted them yet. Topics
like this and the comments are like miserable. I can't be around misery. That's literally why I deleted.
That's all social media is now. Like that's what you said earlier. Kid Cudi's gone now. It's not. He said it was fun till it wasn't. Like
I deleted my Facebook initially because of that reason. Where I'm like, yo, I'm on this. I never really used Facebook, but I always kept it. I would post every once in a while, but I kept it just because I was connected to certain people and I would see what people got going on. But why I deleted it years ago was because, and it was a long time ago, I deleted it was because I'm like, it's just misery. And now the misery is now transitioned onto other apps. And now
no apps are fun anymore.
And now it's all dead.
TikTok is but even even so you go in the comments, it's
always something.
Like it's she's this, she's that.
This is someone's daughter.
She's not telling me where I got the shirt. She's gatekeeping. This girl was like, dang, like I post and I close the app because I have anxiety. Now I open the app and people are saying I'm not responding to where I got something. I'm a gatekeeper. She's like, I have anxiety. I didn't want to read the comments right away. Like, look at you miserable people. Like, it'll be a simple button-up shirt. Just go on Google, type in a button-up black shirt. Like, everybody is so weird with that whole... asking where they got something from. Like, for me, that's so weird. I would never sit and ask somebody where they got a simple dress from. Like, if you don't go Google it.
I just saw earlier on TikTok, I had to close the app and go do something else. It was this girl talking about how Meg Thee Stallion was charming a snake in her newest music video, and how it didn't sit right with her soul. So I had to close the application, and then I went on with my day. I think I probably had a slice of pizza or something. But yeah, stop
People
accusing.
gotta stop with this whole devil worship cult. You guys are insane. None of that stuff is real anyway.
The women with the BBLs and lip surgeries and all that other stuff, I don't care, bro. Like, I really don't. But
I don't care either. Yeah.
the people that do care about what other people are doing with their bodies, go get a life.
Yeah, like the fact that there was a whole thread of people just going back and forth, like fighting
About somebody's
everybody, saying, I know she got a sculpture BBL. I know she did. She wrote it. It's like, no, she did not. And like it's so weird. And even if she did, like
look what you arguing about.
Yeah,
you're talking about somebody's butt on the no, I'm talking about, you're talking about somebody else's butt on a social platform, and you're posting it on your public page about somebody else's butt, and you don't anywhere in your day you don't see that there's something wrong with that. Nowhere at any point when you were looking at the topic, generated the thought in your head, went to the keyboard to type it, sent it, and then argued with other people in the comments, did you think that, wow, I'm talking about somebody,
I'm kind of whack.
I'm talking about somebody else's legs that I don't know in the comment section on somebody else's platform, which is the Shade Room, making them money. And nowhere in there did you think that I should probably go
get a life.
I should probably go take care of my kid who's probably crying in the other room.
That's why they was all mad when Kim said it, because it hurt their feelings. They wasn't mad because Kim's the one who said it. They was mad because it hurt their feelings. Because they know they're lazy. And then they spend most of the day online. Like, literally, when I see people nonstop on social media, I'm like, and those are the same people that complain about what their life is. I just like, do you guys not see how this is the issue? You could be doing anything else, and you're just sitting on here. Like, I just really get dumbfounded when I see people that are constantly on Instagram or on, like, I'm like, how do you post on your story every day? Like, how? As a grown woman, as a grown man, how do you post every day on Instagram?
You're not that important.
How do you tweet every day? How do you tweet nonstop all day? Like,
yeah,
crazy. But yeah, stop accusing girls of having BBLs just because you're insecure about your ugly box body.
So Jada,
no, but
why are you spinning the mic?
Because I just be saying the most outlandish stuff. I know I'll be crazy. But it's funny. You go to.
What are you doing with your hands?
I'm cool. Well, I'm not cool. I want to be cozy.
Go get a jacket.
No,
with a blanket up.
No, cause I just be saying, like, to end it real quick. Like, you go to the pictures of the girls that saying that, and it's like, oh, that's why you said it. 'Cause you look like SpongeBob.